Hello, and welcome to the Leadership Tea podcast, where we talk about what it takes to reach the executive level, and then we talk more about how to thrive once you get there. In today's episode, it is, I don't even know, I've lost count. It is one of our shutdown related episodes. We're committed to giving you a special bonus episode every week of this government shutdown. And I'm just going to dive right in and talk about how motivated I am coming off of Repose, which we will talk more about in our next episode, which will be out very soon. And we'll go into depth about all of the things that we learned. But when I reflect on kind of the hopefulness and the bounce that I have coming out of Repose, juxtaposed with the realities of a lot that's happening right now around me, honestly, Shelby, I feel like I'm going into like Phoenix mode, meaning that like everything around me is burning. Like it's burning, it's gonna just completely burn down. It's gonna be ashes. And so I need to accept that. And what I'm choosing to do is to go ahead and try to become the phoenix that's going to rise out of the ashes. Like I accept that it's burning, it's going to be ashes, and I'm choosing that I will be the phoenix. And so I'm trying to think about what does that mean? When I'm the phoenix, what am I moving towards? When I fly out of that, what am I flying out here for? I'm really this week making a choice to be hopeful about the things that I can control, which is me and my future. And the last piece I'll say about that is when I was in graduate school, I was in upstate New York, and I would often think, particularly on like really cold, dark nights, it was really cold, right? Um, I would think about how I was in an area that Harriet Tubman had made a few journeys from the north back down to the south to get people. And I would think to myself, particularly on cold, dark spring nights, what it took to feel hopeful and determined in the dark, in the cold, to say, like, I'm gonna leave my nice warm home and I'm gonna walk or get on a wagon or whatever into the unknown, into this dark, cold abyss. And I don't know if I'm coming home alive. I don't know what's gonna come of it, but I have to do this. Um, Whenever I'm feeling scared, I think about that. I think about how scared Harriet Tubman must have been
Mm.
to take that first step on a very scary, unknown journey. So that's where I feel like I am now, and I'm kind of drawing on the strength of Harriet to move forward.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Drawing on the strength of Harriet to move forward.
Mm. That's
And
where we
as
are.
you were talking about like a phoenix rising, I just imagine you as, I don't know, like emerging from the earth, rising up, like there's some smoke around you, but there's also like this bright light as
Yeah,
you're just coming into your own and stepping into your destiny.
yeah.
I'm visualizing that for you.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm also coming off of the high of repose. I've got my wine. I'm, sipping on a little something to celebrate.
A little
Cheers to
bit.
you, Belinda. Cheers to
Cheers to
us.
you. Cheers to
We did
us.
the dog we did the doggone thing. We did the doggone thing. And if anything, I think that repose was a good reminder for me as we continue to go through the shutdown. Day 26 of the shutdown. We are headed into week 4. It's going on a month.
Mm.
And it's rough. It is rough out here in these streets for everyone. And I don't want to be flippant, but I do want to remind people, just like you said, Belinda, you are choosing hope. We have to choose how we are going to respond and react and move in this unsettled environment. And for me, I've been thinking a lot about a phrase. I think my parents taught it to me, or I may have heard it in church, but it was something to the effect of we've already gone through what we have come to.
Mm.
We have already gone through what we have come to.
Hmm.
And that dovetails with the sermon that we were talking about before we hit record, the sermon that we heard this morning, where the guest preacher at our church was talking about, how there are good days and there are bad days. And thankfully, most of us have already gone through or survived 100% of our worst days. They're
Hmm.
already behind us. They are already behind us. And so,
Yeah.
what do you do with that? What do you do with that fact? For me, it brings me hope. It
Yeah.
brings me hope like, okay, there are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. And right now, we are experiencing a string of bad days, months of bad days. Perhaps it's going to be longer than any of us, would like to imagine. But I'm just reminded that, freedom ain't free. And just like freedom ain't free, I'm out here every day fighting for my joy. I am out here every day fighting for my joy. That's
Yeah.
all I got. That's all I can do. Because the alternative is, to pull the covers over my head, not get out of bed, be depressed. And again, I'm not making light of any of that. As you all know, that we've been talking about mental health and taking care of your mental health and seeking professional help if that's what you need. What I am saying is that I am telling myself on a daily basis that I am stronger and that I am better. That is what is getting me through on a day to day basis. I'm reading the Bible. I am praying. I am journaling. I am meditating. I am reminding myself that I have gone through situations previously that I thought I would never get through. And the same will happen with this situation. Like you, I am hopeful. Repose showed me just what I can do when I'm not constrained by, negativity or, oh, I can't do this. I'm not good enough to do this. I don't have all the tools to do this. No, we had a vision, we executed, and bam, you know, it
Bam.
it turned out amazing. And so that's my charge to people right now. Like, don't constrain yourself. Don't let the current circumstances choke you into some sort of paralysis where you feel like you have no escape and you can't do anything. You're stuck. You're not stuck. This is an unfortunate situation that we're all living through, but every day keep fighting for your joy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Shelby. I just want to double click on that, these are just unprecedented times. And I think what I would add is just simply in fighting for that joy, you have to fight to find spaces of peace.
Yeah.
And we often joke about how I go to the dark parts of the internet so the rest of you don't have to give you reports. know,
I feel
um,
like I've been a good influence on you recently where you've pulled back a little
I
bit, a
had
little
to
bit,
pull
a
back
little bit.
because it is dark.
Yeah.
And I had to pull back, and I've been a lot better off for it. Um, and so I just want to, if there's folks out there who are doom scrolling all of the time and things like that, I want to urge you to pull back. And just as you said, Shelby, get the help where you need to get the help. Like, really think about who's the team that can support you through this moment. And really call on them and this is not the time to try to be a hero alone.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, well, with that said, Shelby, I think maybe we wrap it up for now. We're going to be back very soon with an episode where we talk all about repose and like what happened,
Yes.
what we did, what we learned, what we talked about, what was good, what was bad. There was no bad. Maybe the bad was only that like I didn't get enough of those like little round pies with the cheesy stuff. No, I'm kidding. I got enough of those. But the food was great. The setting
The
was
food
great.
was great.
Oh,
Yes.
the food was
All
great.
the
Yeah.
things.
Salamander is
All the
just
things.
amazing. So we will talk more about that soon. In the meantime, we're here for you. Please reach out if you need anything, if you've got ideas about future episodes, but we look forward to seeing you soon on another episode where we'll be sipping wisdom and stirring success.